at Northwest Suburban Conference Girls Hockey for 2013-2014. And tonight on 12 Sports, our season opener for girls hockey as North Metro hosts Champlin Park. Hello and welcome to Brooklyn Park Ice Arena. John Jacobson along with Dan Ficken. And Dan, happy to be back with you for another year of high school hockey on Channel 12. And tonight, two young teams, especially so on the North Metro side, facing off in their conference opener, the Rebels and the Stars.
Well, here we go again. We start out with the same thing. It's hockey season, and yep, the North Metro Stars. More of a rebuilding project. We're going to see a lot of 8th and 9th graders. Some talent, though, and they're very optimistic this year that this will grow the program. So in 2 to 3 years, they're going to be players in this conference and in the state. So they're looking forward to it. They might take their lumps this year. They already have with 2 bad losses immediately, but they're optimistic. They're building for the future, and it's a good start for them.
Losses have come to Hopkins and Alexandria. Champlin Park, just one game so far. They also lost to Hopkins. A little more experience for Jim Colts' team, but they did lose a lot of scoring from last year. So a question for this season is, where are the goals going to come from?
Exactly. Adair, Elledge, and Potter had 75% of their goals from last year. They need scoring from people, but it is there. Martindale's good. They've got a few that can step up to the plate. They just got to do it. They actually were better than the score indicated against Hopkins. They had plenty of opportunity, but again, it's learning how to close, how to finish it out. It's early in the season, it's on to the second game. That's what they're looking for tonight, to get that puck in the net.
A couple weeks of practice for these girls before they played their first games last week, so you're still kind of in early mode where the coaches are trying to figure out who fits with who and who are the strong players going to be once you get into game action.
Right, and right now both teams' goaltending is a big issue, and you're only as good as your goaltender. There's kind of tryouts going on right now, especially with Champlin Park. Their starter Gettle's hurt right now, I think, and they don't know what they're going to do, so they're trying on another one. We're going to see a freshman in goal for them tonight. North Metro lost a really, really good goaltender last year. They're trying to fill that hole. That's going to be a key for them this year.
The Stars and the Rebels, high school girls hockey tonight on 12 Sports. We'll take a break and drop the puck here at Brooklyn Park Ice Arena after this timeout.
Osseo, Crystal, and Plymouth. Channel 12 is your local source.
Intercepted. This one looks like it could go for the touchdown.
Reed puts it away and Hopkins advances. Hello and welcome to a new season of Sports Champ.
Channel 12, your local source.
Welcome back to Brooklyn Park Ice Arena. John Jacobson, Dan Ficken, Champlin Park, North Metro. Our season opener for winter sports, 2013-2014. The Rebels in the navy blue and silver and white. 0-1 on the season, and North Metro in the white with the green, gold, and black. 0-2 coming into tonight's conference opener in the Northwest Suburban Conference. Interesting to see how this league shapes up this year, Dan. We visited Armstrong Cooper within the last week. They've got a lot of girls back from last year. Optimistic that they can improve on the great season that they had a year ago among the local teams.
Yeah, they really, actually, they were pretty much a surprise with two programs combining, and they really step up to the plate. Kind of reminded me of the North Metro team in 2007. So we're looking at them, but this year, this conference is kind of up for grabs, John. There is no real clear favorite, so every game's going to count here.
Natalie Burgoyne gets her first career varsity start tonight. She is a freshman. And we'll see how she does between the pipes for the Champlin Park Rebels as we are underway. The opening face-off controlled by Champlin Park as Kaylee Martinson shoots it into the North Metro zone, played back out to the blue line. Shot toward the front of the net and then played to the corner.
Puck taken there, played back behind the net, past Allie Davis, who tries to skate after it. And brought up out of the zone to center ice. Down the left wing comes Leah Yonkers, a sophomore forward. Played in the near corner, puck tied up, back to the blue line. Shot going wide there off the stick of Allison Underwood. Poked back out to the Rebels blue line. Margie McNamara, one of the captains, playing it off. And the shot on goal by Martinson is saved. And we get our first whistle. Hannah Paulson, the senior, is the starting goaltender for North Metro. She has played in both games so far for the Stars, 0-2, with a goals against average of 5.53 and a .869 save percentage. She has faced a lot of rubber already in the first 2 games, Dan.
Yeah, she really has. 12 goals against on her. But it's been a little bit tough. You know, this is a young team, and they got to learn the pace of high school hockey, and it's a big, big step from youth hockey up to high school hockey. And they've kind of paid the price, but we'll see if they get it here now. So far, it's been pretty much back and forth here, which is a good sign for North Metro.
Kelsey Kramer brought it back behind the Rebels net. Megan Peterson trying to pry it free for the Stars, and then played ahead by Maggie Craig. Craig, another captain, out to center ice, and will dump it into the Star zone. North Metro pass picked off in front. Rebels gain control in the Star zone. Blue line shot, but not much on it. Puck is still free in front. A shot, and then missing the open net was Martinson. Another centering attempt. Stars break it up, and they'll shoot it down into the Rebels zone. No icing, and past the Rebels player, and they'll skate after it in their own end. Picked up by Brianna Johnson. Johnson, another one of the captains. Sydney Pelliff is the 4th Champlin Park captain on this Rebels hockey team for this year. Carried deep into the Star zone, then poked away from Delaney Everett. And North Metro comes out to center, and they'll shoot it down into the Rebel zone. Back behind Burgoyne it goes. Out of the left corner. Skated up the wing by Annie Lorenzen. Kept in by the Stars. Shot away. And the first save for Burgoyne. Rebels clear. Get it out. Here's Martinson with a chance. One player back. Martinson is shot away, and a good save by Paulson as she got the left skate out there to make the stop.
Well, they're counting on Martinson this year. She was a pretty good scorer last year, and this year they're really counting on her to step up. She missed a bit of an open net with a shot earlier, but she's at least creating and getting some opportunities. The more opportunities you give her, she's going to score.
Of their returning players, she is the top scorer, 10 goals and 14 assists a year ago for number 17, Martinson. Rebels misplay the puck, but then on an overskate, they gain it back. Kaylee Wood, the freshman, in. Had it poked away off her stick. Wood trying to get it back. It's back behind the Stars net where Yonkers takes it. Plays it up to center. It's past Molly Rossbach and down into the Champlin Park zone. Race for the puck there. Stars getting to it. Anna Ballweber had a chance to make a pass. Couldn't do it as the Rebels broke it up. It shot back down into the North Metro zone. Here's a chance in front. A shot and a goal. Sydney Pelliff, the senior forward, gained control. The puck came in front, made a little move on Paulson, slid the puck past her, and Pelliff, with her first goal of the season, makes it 1-0.
A nice, easy move here coming from the side. Tried to get Paulson to move side to side, which is tougher going. Here's where the work came, though. Great forecheck as she picked the pocket of the North Metro defense there and just makes a nice move. Gives a quick move and comes back across the front here and gets it in for the Champlin Park Rebels. And that was a great creation by hard work there by Pelliff, John. A good senior working hard and getting them on the board first for the Rebels.
Pelliff a year ago, 3 goals, 9 assists. It's her first of this season. There's a penalty coming up here on Champlin Park. Perhaps an elbow as Kelsey Kramer was hit hard and went to the ice. And North Metro will go on the power play.
Well, it's a good test early in the year now, too, with your special teams. Right now, North Metro to get that power play going will be a big boost for them, John. If they could get that going early, it'd be a way for them to at least get some scores, get some chances. I think they put one puck on Burgoyne so far. They need to get a few more shots on her just to see what she's got. She is a freshman. See if they can get her tested.
So North Metro will set up on the power play.
Following penalty's been assessed to Champlin Park's number 29, Brianna Johnson. 2 minutes for checking.
Johnson getting 2 minutes for checking. And at 4:03, shot on goal, and a rebound, they score. And North Metro ties it up. Anna Ballweber, freshman forward, makes it 1-1 on a power play goal.
Well, speaking, he shall receive here. What, 30, 40, 45 seconds into their first power play here tonight. Bang, they put one away. Gets them a goal, and they've only scored one goal in the 2 games. And really nice opportunity from the side there, but parked in front. She did a nice job of getting that rebound. Good place for a freshman to be. That was experience being in front there. Good move. Tie game, 1-1.
Ballweber, her first goal of the season. Power play goal at 4:28. And we're tied up at 1, just 36 seconds after the Rebels goal. Play in the North Metro zone, up to center, back to the Champlin Park blue line. Banked off the boards by Johnson. Assists going to Yonkers and Allison Underwood. There was an assist on the Pelliff goal as well for Champlin Park, went to Molly Rosbach. Play neutral ice. Stars advance it into the Rebel zone. McNamara trying to turn it back and does. Has it at center ice. Comes to the North Metro line. McNamara, nice little move. Still with a puck coming in. Lost the puck off her stick. Underwood back defending for the Stars. Controlled by the Rebels. Coming out from the corner, backhand shot. Paulson making the stop.
Oh, good move by Martindale again, just moving around. They've got some speed and moving to that line, but you know, John, all the years we've been watching these two team plays, no matter what the situation, they always seem to play tight games. We've gone into overtime, what, 3 times in the past 4 years?
They've had some good ones, no doubt, between these two teams. Face-off won by North Metro. To the blue line, shot. Didn't get all the way through. Still controlled by the Rebels. And poked out to center, and they'll try to regroup, and lost in their own zone as it went off the stick of Trapp. Skating after it is Burrell up to the blue line. Kept in the zone by Scheimer. Yonkers after it in the corner. Puck freed up and taken by Champlin Park by Pelliff. Now ahead to Paulsrud. Gabby Paulsrud's shot saved by Paulson, who hangs on. There's a look at Aubrey Lindbergh, second year head coach. Notice that big Band-Aid on her face. It's one of the hazards of the job. Took a puck in practice yesterday.
She's going to have to learn how to duck a little quicker. You know, I got kissed by a puck there.
Used to be an assistant to Jim Coltis. Now second year as head coach here in Brooklyn Park for the North Metro Stars. A co-op of Brooklyn Center, Columbia Heights, Fridley, Osseo, and Park Center schools.
It was nice to see for the first time a nice big roster for North Metro too now. So again, we were talking earlier on, they're rebuilding, and you know, they've got some talent, but it's young talent. It's got to learn how to play here. But so far, John, in this first period, they're playing pretty well, and the coaches from North Metro got to be happy about it after 2 poor starts in the first period against Hopkins and Alexandria.
Rebels controlling. Can't get a shot away, and the Stars take the puck back. Banked in from center ice by Kramer. Played up the wing by Rosbach. Here's Martinson. Drops it in the slot, poked away from Donkin. And North Metro has it. Stars get the pass out to center ice. Nice little move on the wing. Rainerson coming in. Centering pass in front. Ooh. It's loose. And getting your left hand, that glove hand over. Burgoyne covers up on the loose puck.
Well, good play by Yonkers and got it up front here. Number 25 gets it out front, and Yonkers comes in and kind of pushes and shoves, and it almost gets away from Burgoyne. She gets it at the last second there, but North Metro hasn't had any consistent time in the zone, but they're making the time they got, John, count. They're threatening and putting pressure on the Rebel goalie.
Puck played to the corner, now to the right wing in the Rebel zone. McNamara ahead to Martinson. Martinson carries deep, goes down, is tripped up. We're going to have a penalty on North Metro. And the Rebels will get their first power play.
Well, now we'll get a chance to see the Rebels go on the power play. And now North Metro capitalized very quickly on their first one. We'll see how the youngsters from North Metro can handle a penalty kill now. We see him coming up just a chop, and that leg got hooked up and kind of yanked her down. It wasn't intentional, but it stopped a scoring opportunity, or potential scoring opportunity, thus called a penalty for tripping.
Underwood going off for tripping at 8:34. Champlin Park 0 for 4 on the power play in their first game against Hopkins. Play behind the Stars net. Side of the net, right out in front. Pelliff putting it onto his stick. It's loose. Comes back to Pelliff, back behind the net. Poked away from her. The Rebels regain control. Pelliff in front, trying to slide another pass across. Didn't connect and cleared out to center. Champlin Park will reset. Here's Martinson into the slot. Shot away. Paulson the save. Yonkers can't clear. Ock gets a stick on it for North Metro. Can't get it away. And we're going to get a penalty as Ock went down. And a tripping call against Champlin Park. And we'll skate 4-on-4 as Martinson will go off.
And she knew it right away, and off she came. And now all of a sudden we're going to have 4-on-4 time being, which helped out. But not bad. Champlin Park was moving the puck pretty good, John, and creating some opportunities, especially coming out of the corner there. North Metro's got to stop, and coming from out of that wing side board corner, they got some opportunities there.
Paulsrud and Tatum Manning facing off. 4-on-4 for a minute. And then a minute power play or so for North Metro. Shot it on net. Paulson making the save on Abby Dockin. Stars will skate it back up to center. Nice poke check by Allison Davis. Or excuse me, by Jordan Trapp. North Metro getting it back. They'll skate in with Kramer. All the way to the corner, being shadowed by Trapp. Trying to center the puck. And moved up by the Rebels. McNamara taking the pass from Paulsrud. Poked away off her stick and cleared out of the zone by Rainerson. They'll bring it back in. The shot deflects off of Everett's stick and over Paulson. North Metro back at full strength. And they've got a power play here. Short-handed, though. It's Champlin Park with control of the puck in the Star zone. Back to the blue line. Shot away. Didn't get through. Backhand from the slot. That's deflected to the corner. Played back behind the net by Champlin Park to try to jam it in. And Paulson able to make the save. And they knocked off 20 seconds off that power play, did Champlin Park there, Dan.
Did a nice job there. The seniors out there for Champlin Park, and they just ragged the puck and kept it down low. Kept pressure on Paulson.
McNamara with the last shot. before the save by Paulson. Stars win the faceoff. They're trying to do something with the remaining time here in the power play, which is now under 30 seconds. Yonkers weaving her way into the Rebel zone. Stops, top of the circle, shot. Blocked in front of the Rebels net, cleared around the boards. Skips past, escaped, and cleared out by Champlin Park, and then it'll kill off pretty much the remaining seconds of this power play that North Metro had. An abbreviated power play.
Champlin Park, full strength.
Banked behind the Stars zone. We're under 5.5 minutes to go here in the first period of a 1-1 hockey game. Here are the Stars coming back out to center ice. Played back behind the Rebels net. And out to center. And shot wide of the Stars net. Goes back behind the goal. Martinson can't get a shot off, and the Stars come back out to center. Into the wing on the right. It's carried in by Pena. And poked to the corner. Not a good play by Megan Peterson. Bank to the blue line. Kept in. Now McNamara trying to clear it out. Now does get it out of the zone. Rainerson. Now Ock for North Metro. Ock in the corner. Turns away from a defender, then lost it as she tried to pass it as Kaylee Wood picks it off. Here's Wood into the North Metro zone. Wood playing it back behind the net. Emily Stoll there. Centering pass went on to the stick of Rainerson, who has it for North Metro now at center. Back comes Champlin Park. They regain control. Brianna Johnson stops. Plays it behind the Stars net. Centering pass in front. Paulsrud was tied up. Now play to the right corner. Behind the net, Craig getting it off, and it's taken back by the Stars. Underwood played it out of the zone. Champlin Park regaining control. Craig skates all the way back to her own end. Passing it ahead for Paulsrud. And taken back by Champlin Park. Good pass by Johnson. Ahead on the right wing. Stopping is Pelliff. Played behind the net. Paulsrud for Champlin Park. Centering it. We get a whistle.
We're going to have a hooking call on number 16, Tatum Manning for North Metro here. Happened out in center ice, so they got a good 30 seconds having an extra man advantage without somebody in the box for the Champlin Park Rebels. I've noticed Coach Coltis, John, has been playing that top line of his of Doc and Martinson and McNamara quite a bit this period. Try to get him off the cuff and get some more scoring out of him. And North Metro's held up pretty good against them. They've been giving some opportunities, but limiting them. So we'll see how this power play goes. It's an opportunity for Champlin Park to take a lead here.
Manning for hooking at 14:29. So the Rebels setting up on the power play. High slot, shot away. Paulson the save. Making the stop on Brianna Johnson.
Well, good puck movement. They're using an upper umbrella there. Brianna Johnson up top. But the problem, John, is nobody was in front of Paulson. And she showed me some pretty good goaltending tonight so far. She's done a good job, but you're going to have to get somebody in front of her. She saw the puck the whole way, controlled it nicely off her pads, and covered it up quick.
Pelliff with the puck for Champlin Park behind the Stars net. Has it off in the corner, back out. Johnson shot, high shot. Paulson got a glove on that. Puck came loose. The referee had lost sight of it, so it brings a whistle. 124, left in the power play.
Nice play by Brianna Johnson there, going high. Paulson's a butterfly goaltender. She tried it up top, but she should have.
Johnson with the puck out high at the point. Giving the pass off, side of the net. Shot on net, and Paulson the save.
And the Rebels definitely had somebody in front of the net that time. Martindale, she got in front and they had to push her out. So they need to get somebody in front of Paulson. She's not going to let a straight shot go in. She's seeing it too well, and she's controlling it too well, John.
Here's Johnson. Pass off to the circle. Looking for a pass in front. Oh, and Paulson made the stop. Rebels thought they had a good chance. McNamara made a nice pass across the slot, but Rebels couldn't bury it. Across the crease, and Paulson came up with another save right out in front. They get another good shot. Here's Martinson, a backhand try. And before Paulson can make the save, the net had come off, and that brought a whistle. 1:13 to go in the period.
It's been a good power play for the Rebels here, John. They've created some good opportunities. They've worked primarily out of the left side there. Good jam in there from the corner. She walked right in. Martindale getting in front. She turned around and got an opportunity. It's so important early on in the season here to get your power plays going. If you can get both your specialty units going, it'll really help you a lot out early.
Paulson makes another stop, this time on Pelliff.
It looks like she's real comfortable. She's covering both down low easily and up top. They started going upstairs on her being a butterfly, and she's gotten that glove up quickly and made some nice saves.
Martinson winning the draw. Getting the puck back to Delaney Everett. Puck loose in front. Everett tried to get shot away. Couldn't do so, and the Stars finally clear it. Power play had been pretty much concentrated down in the North Metro zone, and Stars finally able to clear it out. Final 40 seconds of the period. We're under 10 seconds to go in the power play. Here's Paulsrud coming free. Got a 2-on-1 shot, and it misses wide of the net. Back defensively was Sydney Namey. Paulsrud unable to get a pass away to Wood. Both teams out at full strength. We're under 20 seconds to go in the period. Shot deflects, goes wide of the net to the corner. Wood gets it freed up. Comes to trap as the period comes to an end. Well, North Metro, more opportunities, but the scoreboard shows 1-1 after 17 minutes, Dan.
Good period for both teams. I think they found out some things about each other. They're both playing pretty good for the first part of the first period. North Metro, that was a concern. Goaltending settled, but they've gotten some opportunities. I think they're happy to walk out here with a 1-1 tie so far.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. More girls hockey on 12 Sports after this timeout.
A Brooklyn Park church received some unwelcome visitors this past weekend.
Volunteers really do have their work cut out for them. They'll be inspecting 23,000 residential lots and city boulevards.
The problem began when the railroad decided to increase the train's speed. In the process, they had to raise a portion of the track over here.
Fire crews got a call around 4 Friday morning from a passerby alerting them to a deck fire.
This time, little lob for Winicky, trying to go up and get it. Touchdown! after a period, Champlin Park and North Metro. Girls hockey, our season opener on 12 Sports for the season. As we look at highlights from the first period of play, Champlin Park getting on the board in the first 4 minutes of play at the 3:52 mark. Sydney Pella for first goal of the season, assisted by Molly Rossbach. But North Metro got on the power play a short time later. And the first goal of the season for Anna Ballweber. The assist going to Leah Yonkers and Allison Underwood. A power play goal at 4:28, tied it at 1. And that is our score. Big edge and shots on goal for Champlin Park. Although not of quality scoring opportunities or shots for Champlin Park. Nonetheless, Paulson able to stop 19 of the 20 there in the first period. Each team with 2 penalties, and the Stars taking advantage of one of those Rebels penalties to score their only goal on the power play. 1-1, Rebels and the Stars knotted up after a period. We've got more hockey from Brooklyn Park Ice Arena on 12 Sports after this timeout.
Osseo, Crystal, and Plymouth. Channel 12 is your local source.
Intercepted. This one looks like it could go for the touchdown. Reed puts it away and Hopkins advances.
Hello and welcome to a new season of Sports Champ.
Channel 12, your local source.
Welcome back. Champlin Park and North Metro tied up at 1. Girls hockey on Channel 12 as we get set for the second period of play. Dan, Stars do a good job of keeping that game tied. And pretty solid goaltending from Hannah Paulson. They need to generate some scoring chances on their side of the rink.
Well, North Metro accomplished the big goal they wanted. They wanted to have a good first period. They haven't had one in 2 games. They're being tied right now. They got to be pleased. Now, they got to generate some offense. They play pretty good defense, but they got to generate some offense. Champlin, the same thing. I think they had some opportunities. Again, they couldn't close the deal. They want to close more consistently. Oh, we got an opening here.
Here's Ballweber, who had the first goal, and comes up with a shot on goal, and Burgoyne wasn't tested much in that first period. Comes up with the save.
Boy, she got a real scare here right in the beginning of the second. Boy, right in on her all alone. Ballweg, this goal scorer, coming in just clean. But she held her ground. She stayed up on top of the crease, knocked down that angle, did a good job closing it off. Good test for Burgoyne. She stood up to it very well.
Yonkers and Craig on the face-off. Yonkers getting a scoring chance. And North Metro getting some shots on net. Here's another one. Burgoyne able to make the save on. Rebels trying to regroup and get the pass out to center. Now carried in on the right side by Paulsrud. Knocks down Ballweber as he carries on, goes behind the net. Taken there, coming out in front was Craig. Craig with a shot. It's wide of Paulson in the North Metro net. Banging at it is Rossbach. Centering attempt. Paulsrud and had it knocked away by Paulson. Shot going wide by Craig. Rebels getting some pressure on here. Comes in front. Paulsrud turns. Paulson the save. Stars unable to clear. Another shot that's blocked though by Allie Davis, and it's knocked out to center. Shot back into the Star zone. Davis after it there, trying to play it away from Martinson, who's able to get the pass from McNamara.
Well, now Champlin got accomplished what they wanted to. They got their first line out there, and they got a tired North Metro line out there now. It's been out there for about a minute and a half, and they're tired, and they're still not going to get an opportunity to get off the ice.
Rossbach able to shoot the puck back into the Star zone. Look at, we get a whistle. Here's some of the opportunities a moment ago, in the last minute or so. That shot going just wide from Craig.
And it was going side to side here too, but now they got parked in front and a couple good opportunities. Paulson was up for it, did a good job, but North Metro's got to clear that puck out. Even if they got to take an icing, John, they can't be out there for a minute and a half to 2 minutes. It's going to cost them.
Shot is blocked. Comes back out and now clear to the left corner. Rebels play it behind their net. McNamara able to shoot it out to center ice. From center, played ahead into the North Metro zone. Underwood there, poked away off her stick by Dockin. Banked by Caitlin Arbogast and stays in the Star zone. Arbogast getting it off to Underwood and cleared out back into the Rebel zone. And this is going to be icing on North Metro.
In a way, though, that's okay, John, because they just, again, Champlin Park was starting to put together a nice forecheck. They're really starting to dominate in the attack zone now. North Metro's got to figure out a way, number one, to reverse it back out. So come up one way, bring it back the other way to get away from that forecheck and control the puck better. They're not getting real good control of it.
Wood won the face-off. Champlin Park a shot, and the Stars now with the puck out of the zone. Monica Berg getting it out to center. Into the Rebel zone, played ahead too far, and I'm going to have icing on Champlin Park as that pass too far for Emily Stoll, and back down to the Rebels end.
Well, North Metro's holding on to the philosophy here, John. They're not switching down lines. They haven't gone to 2 lines. They're playing all 3 lines here. Not afraid to use them. And I think that's good. They're going to give these kids some experience here, especially early on in the season with the 3-line rotation.
Face-off controlled by Champlin Park. In comes Paulsrud. Carries deep. Backhand shot. Paulson's save. Stars get it out to center. Pass on the right into the Stars zone, into the Rebels zone comes Tatum Manning. She took the pass from Ballweber. Rebels break it up. We'll get a whistle and we're going to have a penalty on Champlin Park.
So it'll be a roughing call, and North Metro goes back on the power play. They were 1 for 2 as we saw in the first period. A good opportunity here for them. We'll see just a nice knockdown there by Bree Johnson. And that's going to be key too. Bree Johnson's one of the top penalty killers, so that'll have her in the box now, and she won't be able to kill the penalty. So we'll see if North Metro can put it together like they did on their very first power play of this game.
Second minor of the game on Johnson. Face-off won by Champlin Park cleanly, and they clear it down into the Star zone. Yonkers went down. Puck is loose. Martinson couldn't quite get a stick on it. Rebels able to shoot it into the corner. Over-skated there, though, by Dockin, and back comes Ock. Emily Ock, the sophomore forward, into the Star zone. Played off her stick. Trailer coming in, getting a shot on net was Ballweber, and save made by Burgoyne.
Burgoyne with a nice area of ball work again. But look at this boy, just coming across, grabbing hold of that puck and lets the shot go. And if, I'll tell you what, Burgoyne hadn't been on top of that, John, that would have been in the net. Nice clean play. This first top line for North Metro is playing very, very well tonight.
Rebels shooting the puck down into the Star zone. Again, they're shorthanded here. Take away, though, by Yonkers in her own end. McNamara trying to force the issue. Couldn't do so, and back come the Stars on offense. Pass right out in front, and knocked down off the play was Tatum. Tatum Manning. His play is still in the Rebel zone. Stars trying to set up. Along the wing is Ock. Ock playing it back behind the net. And under 50 seconds to play in the power play now. Circle, shot away, goes wide of the Rebels' net. And kept in by Davis. Left side Underwood. Can't keep it in, and the Rebels get it out of the zone. Paulson coming out to be able to play the puck onto Davis's stick. At her own blue line, Kramer plays it ahead to center. Rebels pick it off and shoot it back into the Star zone. Final seconds of the North Metro power play. And now the Rebels at full strength. The puck at center is stolen by Kaylee Martinson.
But Martinson came out this period, John, ready with a little fire in her belly. She's really fired up and playing hard.
Opportunity for Martinson. Couldn't get a stick on it. Taking the pass from Johnson. Able to get the pass off for Trapp. Jordan Trapp carries deep. Goes after it left corner. Here's Martinson out in front. High shot. Too high, though, and over the Stars net. Kramer can't clear the zone. Shot wide of the net from Trapp. Davis playing it to the boards. Johnson able to keep it in. Martinson maneuvers to the circle. Paulson, the skate save. Stoll trying to put it out front. And finally the Stars able to get it out of the zone. Champlin Park will reset. From their blue line, Underwood lost it. Shot. Paulson the save as she gave it up. And Lawrenson got a chance on net there. Champlin Park will shoot it back in. Long shift here. Davis can't get it out of the zone for North Metro.
North Metro's either got to ice it here or Paulson's got to freeze it.
Deflection. Puck came free. Not sure what the whistle was for. Oh, the net come off? I don't think so. Referee just lost sight of the puck.
Yeah, and blew it kind of prematurely. But boy, some really opportunities here too. Martinson, number 17, really getting an opportunity. Number 5 there too. Just, you could see how the North Metro was just getting worn down. They're getting tired. They couldn't quite get that last move to get it out. And the only time they did, they didn't get it past the red line. So Champlin Park regrouped, came back in. That was a dangerous time.
Craig wins the face-off cleanly. Shot from the point off the stick of Everett, went wide. Arbogast for North Metro, got it to her blue line, but not out of the zone. Now Yonkers trying to play it out to center. Skeeted in by Craig. Maggie Craig on the move, put it out in front. It goes off the Stars defenseman and then covered up by Paulson. It's on the stick of Scheimer.
Well, good opportunity here. Craig coming in, just rolls it out front, hoping somebody will get it, or rolling off of defenseman for North Metro. Paulson on top of it and gets the freeze. And Paulson's got to be aware of that now. She's got to start freezing the puck more, even if it does cause a face-off on her end. The teammates are getting tired here, and she needs to freeze it when she gets the opportunity to.
At the blue line, Rebels, nice job to keep it in. Shot by Martinson and fired it high. Rossbach, the player who helped keep the puck in the zone, moving in on the wing along with Doc in it. Now it's Martinson moves in, blasts the shot away. Paulson the save. Rossbach playing it back behind the net. McNamara after it for Champlin Park. Nice little move around Davis. Centering pass. Paulson got a piece of that. Martinson playing it back for McNamara. Over skated the puck. Stars cleared around the boards, but not out. Now they're able to get it out of the zone as Ock comes in on the right. Ran into a player that was Manning on the rush. Couldn't get a shot off, and back come the Rebels. Everett, as Champlin Park makes a change, dumping the puck behind the Stars net. Now it comes up left side. Emily Ock for the Stars. Into the Rebel zone. Lost the puck as she tried to make a move with it. Played back, played to the corner, and the Rebels trying to get it out of their own end. Free in the circle, and now skated out by Champlin Park. In they come. Lorenzen just missed on the pass, trying to hit it to Emily Stoll in front. Behind the net goes Wood. Her centering pass intercepted, and here's Rainerson for North Metro. Ridden out of the play at the Champlin Park line. Ock, was offside. Came out of the zone for a second. Ock brought it back in.
Ock kind of called her own offside there, too. She kind of realized 10 feet in that she carried it across the line. There's good hustle, but North Metro's got to figure out they got to get their breakout done better, and they got to control the puck. They tend to be slapping it around, trying to throw it around inside their own zone. They got to control it, and if nothing else, reverse it, John. Take it back out the other side when the forecheck's too heavy.
Kramer back behind the North Metro, behind the Champlin Park net. Centered it out in front. Nobody there for the Stars. Comes out of the zone. Here comes Craig in for Champlin Park. To the corner, centering attempt. All the way to the far boards. Picked off by the Stars. Now they come. Kramer at center, off on the left wing into the Rebel zone. Dumped out to center and played back ahead. Here's Craig skating in. Big shot. Paulson the save. Puck is still loose. They go for the rebound. Craig and Paulsrud both after it. Now Craig has control of it in the corner. Looking to center it. That was broken up. Kept in the zone. Goes behind the net. Pelliff there. Sydney Pelliff. Circle. Shot away. Doesn't come all the way through to Paulson. Picked up now by Martinson. Under 6 minutes to play in the second period. We're still tied at 1. Rebels putting a lot of pressure on here in the second period, though. That may have been called a hand pass here. We get a whistle and a face-off with 5:40 to play. Look at it again.
See a good job of Maggie Craig here. Got in, and Paulson just was real slow to react on that rebound and almost got caught with it. If you notice, too, John, then when that second line gets that number back in there, that puck back in there, all of a sudden that first line, Martinson's line's back out there right away. We've only seen the third line for the Rebels once during the second period. Now it's for about a 30-second shift. The Rebels are smelling some blood here. They're like sharks in the water. They're going to try and put this thing away, and they think if they can get the next goal, that might take the wind out of the sails of North Metro.
Centering pass in front. Martinson jamming in another shot. And that one goes wide of the North Metro net. Puck back behind the goal. McNamara looking to center. Martinson centering pass. That's off the skate of Arbogast. Play to the boards by Yonkers of North Metro, and finally out of the zone. Ball Weber got it out. Couldn't retain control as Paulsrud has it. Lost it at the blue line to Ball Weber. Brought back in by Martinson and gets sandwiched between a couple of Stars players. Arbogast able to get it out to center. Shot back in by Trapp. Now Underwood for North Metro. The pass up to Ball Weber to the North Metro, or excuse me, the Champlin Park line. It goes back behind the Rebels net. And the Champlin Park will start out another attack. In comes Wood with a shot that goes wide. Lawrenson had her stick tied up, couldn't get anything on or any kind of a rebound try. It's played around the Stars net. Allie Davis centering pass, it came out in front, and Champlin Park unable to do anything with that opportunity. Rainerson got it up as far as the Rebels blue line for the Stars.
Well, you can just see how the momentum is switched here, John. Just Champlin Park's coming in waves and waves. Occasionally, Emily Ocker, Ball Weber will get a break and get something going, but boy, Champlin's really applying some pressure. Here they come again.
On the move. Carrying deep and losing the puck on the rush was Pelliff. Davis was the defender back deep for North Metro. Kept in at the blue line by Everett. Davis after it for North Metro, trying to tie it up along the boards, is there in the corner with Craig. Pelliff moving in. Onto the stick of Craig, top of the circle, moves in free. Craig with a shot, Paulson the save. Pelliff now. Ock trying to clear. Can't do so. Paulsrud keeps it in, and finally it's iced by Ock of the Stars.
Emily Ock finally with the play. You could just tell the legs were dead, especially on the North Metro defense, but see some good opportunities here, boy. Martinson again, just two good opportunities out front coming to her. And another good one here, quick toe move, but then the rebound coming in.
Shot away, another Champlin Park win off a face-off. Puck behind the net, McNamara. Lost it, played out to center, back to the blue line. Rebels bring it back in. Dawkins shot going wide. Martinson rather in the corner, centering attempt. Picked off by Megan Peterson. Played right corner, Martinson. McNamara to the blue line, shot away. That's whistled wide of the net by Trapp. Another point, another shot away. Paulson the save. Puck dribbled free from her. And another whistle.
Just again, some pressure, some shots and shots. Paulson's doing a good job, but she just can't seem to get that last bit of control to freeze it and stop it. And it's kind of been hurting them a little bit. It got caught up on the net there, and that's why they called it. But boy, this number one line of Champlin's really putting it on, John.
Metro wins face-off, but can't clear the zone. Johnson fanned on it initially, but then able to get it to the corner to Pelliff. There's Paulsrud behind the net. Puts it onto the stick of Craig. Now back behind the goal is Pelliff. Centering pass, a shot, and Paulson the save, and Craig frustrated. That was a good scoring chance, and put it right in the midsection of Hannah Paulson.
Beautiful setup here from behind the net here. Paulson getting it there and just sticking it out front, and Craig will come in and just wham right into Paulson.
Needed to get it about another 6 inches to the left, and that would have been in. When we remain at 1-1 with now under a minute and a half to play here in the second period. A lot of action, but no scoring here in the second. Right out in front, backhand, they score on the rebound, Gabby Paulsrud. And finally, Champlin Park puts one in.
Well, Paulsrud's been working hard. She's been sniffing all around that net for the past period and a half, and she finally got an open break. You see the backhand coming in. Paulsrud's in front, just screening out, looking for the rebound. She finally gets one and gets a backhander low into the low right-hand corner there. She's a little happy. It's kind of fun scoring a goal.
Didn't score a goal at all last year. No goals, 2 assists a season ago.
Oh, my.
Gets one here.
And a big one. It gives Champlin Park a 1-goal lead.
They bring the puck into the Stars zone again before North Metro is able to play it out to center. And shot back into the North Metro zone.
Yeah, we got a nice one. We're going to have a face-off down in the Champlin Park zone. I don't think I've seen a face-off down there for at least the past 5 minutes of time here anyway.
Pelliff getting the assist and the goal from Paulsrud. .48 seconds to play in the period. Champlin Park winning the face-off. Bring it back to the star zone. Martinson and Ock on the face-off. Ock had it for a moment. Martinson pushed her off the puck. Plays it ahead to McNamara. McNamara and deep shot. Paulson the save. Martinson has it. Now getting it off to Dokken. Waits. Cleared out of the zone. It was poked free out of past the blue line by Rainerson.
Rossbach made a nice play there for Champlin, though, too. Stopped a breakaway that could have possibly happened.
Shot, and Burgoyne making the save. Had to make a couple of saves very early in this period, but hadn't seen the puck at all since then. Makes another stop with 4 seconds to go.
Yeah, for about 10 minutes there, John, she had the best seat in the doggone house. You can sit back and just watch the game here as her teammates really applied some pressure. And I see North Metro now is going to put an extra skater out there with 4 seconds left. They pull their goalie.
And that's the end of the period. North Metro dominating play, and they take the lead on the scoreboard with a goal coming late from Gabby Paulsrud. As we go to the second intermission, our scored out, Champlin Park 2, North Metro 1. We've got more high school girls hockey to come on 12 Sports. Thanks for tuning in tonight for our season opener for the season 2013-2014.
A Brooklyn Park church received some unwelcome visitors this past weekend.
Volunteers really do have their work cut out for them. They'll be inspecting 23,000 residential lots and city boulevards.
The problem began when the railroad decided to increase the train's speed. In the process, they had to raise a portion of the track over here.
Fire crews got a call around 4 Friday morning from a passerby alerting them to a deck fire.
This time, little lob for Winicky, trying to go up and get it. Touchdown! Into 2 periods, Champlin Park ahead of North Metro 2-1 in girls hockey tonight. As we look at highlights from that second period, it was 1-1 after 1. North Metro gets a good scoring chance in the first 30 seconds. Anna Ballweber stopped by Natalie Burgoyne. The rest of the period dominated by Champlin Park. A couple of scoring opportunities for Kaylee Martinson, unable to put either of them away as Hannah Paulson was pretty steady in net. And then they finally get one late, and the assist going to Sydney Pelliff as Gabby Paulsrud scores on her own rebound for her first goal. And that one coming at 15:47 of the period as we look at the numbers through 2 periods. Champlin Park now a 34-8 edge, and shots on goal and scoring chances 11-3 in favor of the Rebels. Just one penalty in that period on Champlin Park, and it's 5 total for the game on both sides. Champlin Park 2, North Metro 1. Back with more girls hockey on 12 Sports in a moment.
Osseo, Crystal, and Plymouth. Channel 12 is your local source.
Intercepted. This one looks like it could go for the touchdown.
Reed whips it away, and Hopkins advances.
Hello and welcome to a new season of Sports Champ.
Channel 12, your local source.
Champlin Park with a big edge in shots on goal, just a little edge on the scoreboard. 2-1 Rebels over the North Metro Stars through 2 periods of play. John Jacobson and Dan Ficken back with you at Brooklyn Park Ice Arena. Where, Dan, 14 years ago, your daughter played for a team that's part of the North Metro Co-op now, the Park Center Pirates, who were state champions. I can't believe it's been that many seasons, a 99-2000 Park Center team.
Yeah, I remember like it was yesterday, the Chrissy Wendell team. That was a heck of a team, fun to watch, boy. I'll tell you what, that was great. This rink has seen some really good hockey.
Here's a takeaway for North Metro and an early scoring chance, much like last period, for Anna Ballweber. Another chance and a save by Burgoyne. So again, like last period, has to be on her toes early. Now here come the Rebels back the other way. Shot away. Paulson makes the save on Darkin.
Well, the way things have gone the first 2 games for North Metro, a good start is always important for them at the beginning of the period. But, you know, my question, John, is now they've been pushed heavily in the defensive zone. How much legs they got left now? A goal right now would put a lot more adrenaline in those legs for the North Metro Stars.
You win a face-off. They have not won a lot of face-offs in the first couple of periods. They won one here. It's back down into the Rebels zone. Wow. Trap back behind her net, able to get the pass off for Craig. Maggie Craig out to her blue line into center ice. Across the blue line of North Metro, still with the puck. Craig's centering pass went off a Star's stick. Coming in as Rossbach. Plays the puck to the corner. Rossbach getting it back. Trying to sweep it back behind the net for Craig, who has it. Dropping it back to the point. Rossbach, quick shot. Deflects wide of the net. Rebels control again. Donkin lost it as she came out toward the front, but Pelliff keeps the puck in. Comes back toward Rossbach, but Stars able to get a stick in there, break it up. And now cleared out of the zone by Kramer. Shot back in by Champlin Park. North Metro. Underwood trying to get it out of the zone. Picked off. Here's Martinson. Martinson dangerous. Back behind the net she goes. Off to the corner. Back behind the net. Centering attempt for Martinson. Couldn't get a shot away, and the Stars have come out. Got it to center. Back into the Champlin Park end. Knocked back behind the Rebels goal. And the pass goes to Donkin. Tried to feed Martinson at center. Played instead by Scheimer. Lost it. North Metro giving it up. The scoring chance, and Martinson puts it away. He's had a lot of scoring opportunities tonight. And finally, the sophomore nets one, and it's 3-1.
After just 1 assist after a game, she finally got a good opportunity and just ripped it home. She's missed the net a few times on good shots. That time, she got into the lower left-hand corner and did a nice job putting it away. Good work done that time by number 10, McNamara. She got that forecheck going, stuffed the D, wouldn't let it get out, came down, got yanked on. In fact, North Metro was going to get a penalty, and got it over to Martinson, who put it away to give the Rebels a 3-1 lead.
Martinson, who had an assist in the first game against Hopkins, gets her first goal of the season after a 10-goal year a season ago as a freshman. McNamara, the assist.
Well, after Coach Colt is talking, he said they played well against Hopkins. They just couldn't finish the deal tonight. After some frustration, they've dominated for 2 periods. Finally, they're getting some opportunities, and they're starting to put the puck away. I think he'd like to see a few more than 3 goals, but North Metro goalie's got something to say about that. Miss Pulse has played a pretty good game.
Shot blocked, came off the stick of Underwood. Back comes Paulsrud for Champlin Park. Carries down the left side. Puck played toward the net and out of the right corner. Pelliff. Pelliff centering pass. Comes all the way through to the boards on the right side. Paulsrud dumping it off to Craig. Pelliff Trying to backhand pass, but nobody there. It's picked off by Underwood. Kept in by Craig. Back behind the net. Scheimer playing it out. Up the boards. Not quite out of the zone, though. Now the Stars gain control. They'll skate it up and only get as far as the Rebels' blue line before Champlin Park picks it back off. Paulsrud centering pass for Craig. Off of her stick. Craig gets it back, though, in the circle. Shot. Paulson the save. Puck cleared away. Another scoring chance here. And Paulson, the glove save on McNamara.
So you can see now the difference between the experience and the youngness. Here, look at the goal again here as it comes through. You can see McNamara makes a nice feed out there to Martinson, and she just rips it one-timer basically. But, you know, John, North Metro's kind of slapping it away. They can't control it. They can't get back over to the far wing reversing. They're always running into the forecheck, and Champlin's ready for them. Good hustle. And right now they're about a step behind, and it's really hurting them. They're getting tired, and you can see where Champlin's really moving it well.
I think because perhaps of that fatigue,
yes,
Dan, they're not winning any of the races to the loose puck either. Anytime it looks like the Stars might clear the zone, it seems like Champlin Park's always got to stick there first.
And then start to get that idea, well, I'm not going to win it anyway, so I'll back off a little bit and play position. But Champlin's too good holding on to it and moving it to another person here.
Martinson back behind her net for McNamara. Out in front it comes. Now onto the stick. Now Brainerson is able to get it out of the zone. Brought in left side. There's McNamara for Champlin Park. Turns away from the defender. Trying to pass it off. That's broken up. Back comes North Metro. Pass. And that's intercepted at the blue line by Burrell. Stars will try again with Underwood. Passes up to the blue line. Burrell kept it in. Shot on net. Paulson the save. Centering pass in front, and a stop by Paulson on Lorenzen.
That was a nice save.
Takeaway briefly by Wood. Stars able to get it back to the Champlin Park line. That pass missing Wood's stick, and it's icing on Champlin Park.
You can see how North Metro here is just trying to jam things up one side. You see a good opportunity here. Great save by Paulson. Number 18, Lorenzen, coming down the slot, just had a great opportunity there.
Craig wins the face-off. Paulsrud skates it out to center. Lost the puck there. Played back ahead to the Champlin Park line by Davis. Now it's Kramer with it. Kramer went down. We're going to have a penalty coming up here on Champlin Park. And the fourth North Metro power play of the night.
Well, the Stars are going to get an opportunity here. Paulsrud just working very hard, but got a stick caught up into the legs as the North Metro person changed direction on her real quick. Take a good look here. She cuts back across. Paulsrud got caught and got that stick down there and took her skates right out from under her. So North Metro will get an opportunity to get it down to one goal difference here.
Paulsrud for tripping at 6:16. See if North Metro can get a power play goal as they had back in the first period. Yonkers tied up with Martinson. Martinson comes out of the puck, out with the puck. Gets past Underwood, shot away, and Paulson a nice save on her. Stars will bring it back up. Ock out to center, lost it to Martinson. Here's Martinson again with a rush. Another good move. Gets in on Paulson and hit the crossbar. Cleared out away to center. Now back come the Stars with Manning. Lost it. Back down into the North Metro zone. Losing the puck is McNamara. And it's back out to center. Johnson will fire it back in. Tipped into the zone. No icing here as it goes down to the corner. Johnson trying to chop at it and clear. And does skip it out past the defender at the blue line and out to center ice. Taken by Craig. Skates between two North Metro players. Maggie Craig out to the blue line of North Metro. Shot away, shorthanded. Save made by Paulson. Rebound try goes wide. Stars to the blue line, kept in the zone. Another shot on net. Paulson the save. Puck is still loose before Paulson finally covers it. Well, that power play dominated by Champlin Park. It was a North Metro power play as Martinson looked like she was going to get another one here.
She was absolutely dominant every time she's out in the ice during this penalty kill. I mean, my gosh. She's really stepped up, John. She's gotten better from the very first shift she was on the ice to the end here, and I think North Metro just called a timeout. A timeout now to settle the kids down and get them set up. I'm really impressed with the way Champlin Park really moves the puck, John. There isn't really a selfish player on that team, and I like the way, especially the first two lines are set up. Each of them knows what they're supposed to do, where they're supposed to be, and I'm impressed with what they're doing here.
Look one more time at the scoring chance by Martinson.
Goalie's best friend, boy, those crossbars.
Two more games for the North Metro Stars this week. They will be at Buffalo on Thursday and then at Centennial in their second conference game that's coming Saturday. Champlin Park will play their home opener this coming Saturday against Anoka. And their next game after that, next Tuesday at New Hope Arena, they'll be at Armstrong Cooper.
Then they're going to find out what kind of a team they got on top there. Because like we were saying, Robbinsdale Cooper seems to have a pretty good, Armstrong Cooper's got a pretty good hockey team. They were really fun to watch last year, too. Same type of scenario, good complete team.
We're midway through the third period. It's a 3-1 lead for Champlin Park. Face-off in the North Metro zone. Shot, Paulson the save. And skated out by the Stars. Here's Manning coming in, a shot, and fired it high. Pulsard getting it out to center for Champlin Park. Back to the Rebels line. Brought in by Bellweber. Behind the net, Champlin Park trying to gain control of the puck back. And past the blue line it goes. It skipped past Underwood at the point. Underwood's pass. Intercepted by Bree Johnson. And shoots it in.
Yeah, John, watching the North Metro team too, there's some talent here. I see some hockey players here that are pretty good. Are going to be pretty good here. They got to learn a few things. Like on that last play, the forward should come back toward the D rather than skating away and letting the Champlin Park D get in the way. And they'll learn those things as they go. But right now, I like the way they skate. They've got some good stuff. There is some hand skill on this team. There's a few players that can really work with the puck.
Kramer trying to get free for the Stars and can as Martinson took it back, played up into the bench. And face off down in the Rebel zone. Down into the Champlin Park end. Stoll playing it out of the zone. Shot back in. Onto the stick of Rossbach. Puck gets past Davis. And it's icing on Champlin Park.
It's just like Champlin right now. They're just turning the puck, and they're really starting to move. They know what to do with it when they get it, and they're really turning it on here.
Face off won by the Stars. Shot going wide. Ock in the corner, battling Burrell for the puck. Ock comes free with it, shot away, and a good save by Burgoyne. Ock got taken down. We're going to have a penalty coming up on Champlin Park. Delaney Everett.
And that was all created by Emily Ock there. Good effort. She wins a faceoff. She comes down into the left corner here, goes to work, and then she goes to the other side and comes through and makes a nice move. See the stick get stuck underneath. See that move right here? Nice move. Starts going around, and that stick just gets caught up, and she gets hooked. So here's an opportunity. And for as badly as, or as much as Champlin Park's dominated, they're only up by 2 goals. One good goal here, and it's all of a sudden a different ballgame.
Everett going for hooking at 10:28.
Nice.
Ock playing the puck into the zone. Shot out of the zone by Champlin Park's Dockin. Here comes Yonkers. Lost it. It's carried on by Underwood. Passing it for Ock. Stars trying to get out of their own zone. Meyer back for checking now. Excuse me, that was Dockin. Came out to center. Johnson trying to steal it for Champlin Park. Brought into the zone. Puck knocked away from Underwood, and Martinson had it and shot it down into the Star zone. Davis for North Metro. Missed on the pass off Manning's stick. Icing on North Metro.
Well, you know, Martinson there, John, just took that whole first power play unit of North Metro and took them right out of sync there with their hustle and great puck movement and harassing it. She really went after Yonkers, who's probably one of the best skaters and puck control people for the North Metro Stars, and kind of took her off her game.
Face-off won by Champlin Park. Play in the neutral zone. Stars trying to get a final rush with 30 seconds to go here in their power play. Trap can't get it out for Champlin Park. Puck comes to the side of the net and then finally cleared down the ice by Brianna Johnson. Stars pass intercepted by McNamara at the blue line. Puck comes free as McNamara with it. Shot away off a skate. Another try. They score.
Nice.
I don't know if it was tipped in front by Craig. She was certainly there. McNamara the shot. It's in the net. And it's 4-1 Champlin Park.
Well, in upper left corner on that, she was, I don't know if she was shooting on it. It might have been deflected, but it looked like she shot it right up into that upper corner. We'll take a look at it here. Yeah, Maggie Craig was just in there kind of being an annoyance to a bit. Right where she should be, but we can see that puck now. It'll see probably go straight up. Yeah, up and over. Good shot.
McNamara's first goal of the season at 7 goals this season ago. Comes at 12:33 of the third period and makes it 4-1 Champlin Park. Centering pass picked off by Champlin Park. McNamara unassisted at 12:33. Here comes Martinson, carries deep, shot away and scores. Picks the top corner.
Whoa.
And it's her second goal of the period, and the Rebels have opened it up, but it's 5-1.
That was a major league shot right there. Just a quick snapshot upper side. Dockin coming down on the left side, and that might have distracted Paulson a little bit. You'll see her in the right hand of your screen as she comes through, but Martinson just rips a beauty of a shot into the near upside corner. Pretty play, finally rewarded. She got 2 goals tonight, John, after starting out with just an assist in the first game.
Unassisted goal for Martinson. So 3 goals for the Rebels here in the third period, giving them a 4-goal lead with now under 4 minutes to play. Champlin Park will get its first win of the season here. Even their record up at 1-1. And start out 1-0 in the conference.
John, they were talking earlier this year. They felt they've got a team that can match their 16-win total of a few years ago, which is the most the Champlin team's ever won in the course of a year. And in order to achieve that goal, they had to have this game to win this game. And they've really come on in the third period here and finally put this game away, although North Metro hung in there for quite a while. It's now pretty much Champlin's game.
And getting it a power play here is North Metro player with this. That's Megan Schuck. Gone off 2 minutes for interference at 13:22. So another power play for the Stars. Let's see if they can do anything with this. Emily Ock will skate it up the wing, passing it, intercepted at center. It's picked off by Trapp, who plays it into the Stars zone. Pass is behind the player there, and Wood had a shot at it, but couldn't play it ahead. Brought up by Emily Schwartz. Schwartz carries deep, gets pinned by Ock back behind the net as Wood moves in. Stars will skate it up again. Out to center ice comes Underwood at the blue line that brought it in offside.
They look tired, John. The North Metro Stars look tired. It's been a long game for them, and this hop, skip, and jump is gone right now.
Under a minute to go in the power play for the Stars. They'll shoot the puck down into the Rebel zone. Puck goes to the right corner and taken by Johnson. She got it away from Pena. Okay, another penalty. Cross-check. Penalty whistled here.
I think number 20, Selena Pena, is going to go. Oh, no. Nope, number 3. Kelsey Kramer.
Cross-checking at 14:47.
So we're going to play 4-on-4 for 35 seconds, and then Champlin Park will have a power play.
First penalty for North Metro since the first period. Puck given up in front of the net, and turning was Stoll, but their shot goes wide. That one hops off the stick of Lorenzen. Played back to the blue line. Stars unable to get it out of the zone. Lorenzen after it there, centers it out in front for Stoll, and the save made by Paulson. Champlin Park back at full strength, and that there's no icing because Champlin Park is now on the power play for another minute and 15 seconds. Pass comes to Paulsrud, turns away at center, playing it back to her blue line to Rosbach. Ock shot it back into the Champlin Park zone. Everett leaving it for Rosbach, returning it right side, and it's Paulsrud. Up to center. Back into the Rebel zone. Shot ahead to center. Back at the blue line, it's Rosbach. Stars play it back down to the Champlin Park zone. And the 30 seconds to go in the power play for Champlin Park. Cassie Meyer getting it off on her left to Erica Burrell. Right side is Wood. Keely Wood fighting for it. Went down and the Stars cleared out. Meyer with it. Left side pass brought in by Schwartz. Stars are back at full strength. Wood putting it out in front, trying to feed it out for Schwartz. As the hockey game comes to an end. Close one for a while, though. Champlin Park, Dan Ficken really dominating most of the night. And on the scoreboard, they win by a comfortable 5-1 score.
They put it on. They accomplished what they needed to do. They got some opportunities and started putting them away when they got them now. And I think that took a while to go. But with about 3 minutes left in the first, Champlin started really pulling away and really dominating and doing what they do. Again, showing that North Metro, it's a young team. They do have some talent. I'm impressed with the way they worked. And they kept it really close. Took advantage of some of their opportunities early, especially with that first power play goal. But they grew a little bit tonight. They accomplished that getting off to a good start. They'd had 2 games. They had very poor starts in the first period. I thought they played very well starting out each period as we discovered the opportunities. So each team grew a little bit tonight, I think.
Final score, Champlin Park 5, North Metro 1. We'll take a break. We'll be back and wrap things up from Brooklyn Park Ice Arena after this timeout.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life.
Channel 12's Community Corner puts the spotlight on your corner of the Northwest suburbs.
We want to talk about some things happening around the city of Maple Grove.
New Hope's rinks are officially open.
This is the spot for the Golden Valley Rotary Club.
The City Council worked really hard not to have a tax increase.
You can instantly upgrade your wardrobe with a few simple accessories.
We're in Golden Valley today doing a little recycling.
Rediscover your corner of the Northwest suburbs every day on Channel 12's Community Corner.
Champlin Park Rebels have their first win of the season in girls hockey. They skate past the North Metro Stars by a score of 5-1. Welcome back to Brooklyn Park Ice Arena. John Jacobson now with Kaylee Martinson and Gabby Paulsrud. And we'll start with the senior. Gabby, you get your first career varsity goal tonight. What was that like?
It was exciting. It was crazy. 4 years, and guess it paid off. So.
Talk about your team's play tonight compared to the first game against Hopkins. What did you guys improve on?
Well, I think we actually started off slower, played kind of not down to their level, but not to how we actually can play. I don't know, I think we started, during the second period, we started passing the puck a lot more. We knew where we had to shoot, and then definitely started doing that in the second period, and then third period, all worked for us.
You guys were controlled the play a lot of the game, but for a long time the puck wasn't going in the net. Was it getting frustrating?
Very, more than just a little bit. You shoot, our coach told us to shoot high. We shot high a little bit too much, but yeah, it was hard, but got it to work.
Tell me about this year's team. You lost a lot of scoring from last year. The girls that graduated. How do you feel this team is going to be able to compete in the conference this year?
I feel like we're going to do great. We did lose a lot of girls, but I think all of us seniors are ready to play, ready to step up, and then same with all the younger girls. We got a lot of good talent starting low, so keep our lines nice.
Gabby, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Kaylee Martinson, a couple of goals for you tonight. Now, you had a lot of scoring chances, finally able to put a couple away. What was that like for you?
Well, it was really exciting. I mean, I was frustrated that we couldn't get the puck in the net right away, but then all of a sudden we just started getting the puck in the net, and we all got really excited, started stepping up our game.
Only 2 games so far, but do you like what you've seen through the practices in the first 6 periods you've played in games so far this season?
Yeah, I think we're doing really good, and our practices are going really good, and we're improving a lot.
Again, as I was saying to Gabby, you lost some good girls from last year. In what areas is this team going to be better or as good as last year that might surprise people, do you think?
Well, I think... Wait, in what area?
In what areas do you think you're going to be perhaps a better team or as good as last year on the ice?
Well, I think we're going to do really good against all different kinds of teams. I think we're going to do good against everyone. We're not going to step to their level. We're going to pick it up, you know.
Finally got Anoka on Saturday. What do you expect from the Tornadoes?
Well, they are a tough team, and we're pretty even with them, but I think we can do really good against them, and hopefully we'll beat them.
Enjoy this win. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Champlin Park getting their first win of the year tonight. They beat North Metro 5-1. The Stars dropped to 0-3, and Champlin Park now 1-1 in the season, 1-0 in the Northwest Suburban Conference. That does it for our telecast tonight from Brooklyn Park. And for Dan Ficken and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks for tuning in for high school girls hockey on 12 Sports.